In this video, I'm breaking down the only relationship advice I'll ever give my son, why it matters, how most men are messing simple things up, and what happens when you finally get this right. I'll show you real-world examples, subtle signs you're already losing yourself, and the mindset shift that changes a lot of things for men. So, let's get into it. Welcome to the channel. If my son came to me right now and asked, "How do I win at love?" I wouldn't give him a list of rules. I'd give him one piece of advice that would either make his future or destroy it if he ignores it. And this is it. Never love a woman more than you love your own peace. That's it. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why that one sentence will save you from years of pain, confusion, and heartbreak. Most men fall apart in relationships. Most men don't lose in love because they're weak. They lose because no one ever taught them how to love without self-abandonment. I'll explain. Picture this. You meet a woman who lights up your world. She's fun, sexy, emotionally charged in all the right ways. And you're thinking, I've got to lock this down. So what do? You start bending. You cancel plans with your boys to be available. You say yes to things you don't enjoy just to make her happy. You water down your opinions to avoid conflict. You give up space, time, energy, and piece by piece, you shrink. And you think you're being a good man, but the truth is, she didn't fall for that version of you. She fell for the man who had a spine, the one who had his own life, his own thoughts, his own rhythm. The moment you start orbiting her instead of inviting her into your world, she will gradually begin to lose attraction. You become easy, predictable, soft, and women don't stay obsessed with men they can easily control. I'm telling you, they respect men who can't be swayed. Let me say this out loud. You're not a boyfriend, you're not a husband, you're a man first. The second you forget that, the relationship will start dying quietly from the inside. Ever been in a relationship where you suddenly feel anxious all the time, like you're walking on eggshells? You're second-guessing text messages you receive? You feel like you're in a constant audition for her approval or love? Come on, that's emotional enslavement, and it starts when you place her above your own emotional and mental clarity. If I could sit my son down, I'd say, "Son, you're going to meet women who will pull you in like gravity, but don't orbit them. Don't disappear into them. Be the sun. Burn bright. Let her choose to revolve around your light. Because a man who loses himself for a woman doesn't end up with her. He ends up alone and confused about where it all went wrong. Your peace is your power." Let me tell you something most men never hear in time. Your peace is not a luxury. It's your foundation. And the second you let someone shake it, game over. Peace means not feeling like you're at war with yourself. Have you ever been in a relationship where your gut keeps whispering that something is off, but you keep overriding it just to avoid some kind of argument? That's the first sign that you've traded your peace for her comfort. Let's define it clearly. What is peace in a man's life? Peace is clarity. Peace is confidence. Peace is being able to think clearly, sleep deeply, and move decisively. It's knowing where you stand and staying there even when her emotions swing. Most men don't realize this until they're in the middle of emotional chaos, text fights at 2 a.m., feeling guilty for saying no, chasing apologies when they've done nothing wrong. I once had a client who was dating this really pretty woman. On paper, it actually looked perfect, great chemistry, fun dates, wild sex. But every week he was more and more drained because she'd pick fights, test his boundaries, guilt-trip him for needing space, and he kept playing peacekeeper instead of protector of his own mental state until one day he snapped and left. And you know what happened? She came back begging, calmer, more respectful, because for the first time, he showed her that his peace mattered more than her approval. Here's how to protect your peace when it comes to relationships. Don't negotiate with emotional blackmail. If she uses guilt, tears, or silence to get her way, you don't react. You respond with calm, firm boundaries. Create space. You're not a therapist. You don't have to unpack every emotion that she throws your way. Go for a walk, hit the gym, get quiet. You lead by calming the storm, not diving into it. Keep your mission first. Your goals, your values, your standards. Because that is your spine as a guy. Lose that, and you'll fold every single time a woman tests you. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly felt at peace in a relationship? I mean, if it's been a while, it's not because women are the problem. It's because you stopped enforcing your boundaries and started prioritizing her mood over your sanity. If I had to tattoo something on my son's brain, it would be this: don't lose your edge trying to calm storms that you didn't create. If you keep your peace, you'll always keep your power. Because women come and go, but your mind is the one thing you need fully intact if you're going to lead in life. What peace looks like in a relationship: most men think peace in a relationship means keeping her happy all the time. Peace doesn't mean you avoid conflict. It means you don't allow constant conflict to become the norm, right? I'll break it down. Peace in a relationship looks like emotional freedom. You're not constantly explaining yourself. You're not scared to speak your truth. You're not flinching when she changes her tone. You're calm because you're not walking on eggshells anymore. Guys, here's what a peaceful relationship actually feels like. Number one, you can say no without fear of emotional fallout. I mean, you're not saying no to hurt her. You're saying no because you actually have standards, boundaries, and a life. You're not doing circus tricks to keep her interested. You're just being you, and that's enough. Number two, she handles her own emotions like an adult. You're supportive, not submissive. She can cry, vent, express, but she owns her behavior. You're not constantly in cleanup mode after her emotional storms. Number three, you have the space to breathe. You can pursue your goals, spend time alone, hang out with friends, and she respects it because she knows a man with peace is a man who stays grounded. If you have to lose yourself to keep her, she's not worth keeping. Do you want to know if you're in the right relationship? Ask yourself this: do I feel like a better version of myself around her or a watered down one? If you're always tired, confused, or anxious around her, that's not your woman. That's a walking storm in a pretty dress. If I saw my son constantly second guessing himself, apologizing just to keep the peace, sacrificing his time, his hobbies, his joy, I wouldn't just give him advice. I'd probably drag him out of that relationship myself. Because if you don't respect your peace, you'll forget who you are. And a man who forgets who he is will never be truly loved. Here is how women respond when you protect your peace. Here's where it gets interesting. The moment you start protecting your peace, she'll notice. Her entire energy around you will change because you've stopped being emotionally available to chaos and started being attractive in the purest way, with calm dominance. Here's how women typically react when you start guarding your peace. 1. She tests harder at first, so don't be fooled. When you stop jumping through hoops, she'll push harder to see if you're really serious about your position. Stay calm, stay grounded, because this is the storm before the calm. 2. She shifts from emotional chaos to emotional respect. Once she realizes you won't bite the bait, she'll start choosing her words more carefully. She stops yelling and she starts thinking, because now she knows your peace is non-negotiable. 3. She either steps up or steps out. And that's exactly what you want, because now you're filtering out women who only thrive in drama and keeping those who can actually give you emotional stability. Your peace creates pressure, but it's the right kind of pressure, the kind that separates little girls playing games from grown women ready to build. If I could hand my son this power early, I'd say, don't chase her mood, son. Let her rise to your standard, because any woman worth your love will never ask you to lose yourself to keep hers. And the ones who do, please let them walk, because they were never meant to bring you peace, they were sent to test it. There's one moment and only one when you don't negotiate, you don't fix, you don't forgive, you walk. And it's this: when your peace becomes a threat instead of a gift. Let me make it plain. If being calm, grounded, honest, unbothered makes her angry, manipulative, cold, or disrespectful, she's not your person. She's your lesson. One of my followers, I remember, messaged me last year. He's like, she hates it when I go quiet, says I'm being emotionally unavailable just because I don't want to argue. And he thought he was the problem. I said to him, no, my guy, you're not the problem. Actually, you're the mirror. And your peace is making her confront her own emotional chaos, something she doesn't want to deal with. So instead, what does she do? She attacks yours. And that's when you leave. Not later. Not after one more talk. Not after one more apology. You just leave. Here's what it looks like when it's time to walk away. 1. You're apologizing for how you feel, not for what you did, but for simply having emotions that don't revolve around her. 2. You're constantly drained after every conversation. If every phone call feels like a mental cage match, that's not connection. It's emotional extraction. 3. You're not even yourself anymore. You used to be focused, happy, goal-driven, and now you're always anxious, confused, or walking on eggshells. My son needs to hear this loud. If love starts costing you your identity, your clarity, your confidence, it's no longer love. It's control disguised as connection. Stop explaining, stop begging, stop trying to fix it, just leave. And when you leave, do it silently. No paragraph texts, no, maybe we can try again later, no dramatics. Walk like a man who's decided his peace is non-negotiable. Because here's a twist, she might not respect your words, but guess what? She will always respect your absence. If I had to boil everything down to one final piece of advice for my son, it would be this. Son, don't ever let a woman confuse your kindness with weakness. Don't let her mistake your love for permission to lose herself and drag you with her. When you protect your peace, you protect your future. And if she can't handle a man who's centered, then she's not ready for the kind of love that you're built to give. Come on, guys. If you're ready for more straight talk like this, I want you to check out more videos on my channel. It'll shift your entire mindset about relationships. And before you go, fellas, I want to hear from you. What's that one lesson you would give your son, yes, your son, about relationships? Drop it in the comments below because I'll be reading every single one of them. My name is Kelly. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!